Hello, everybody out there on YouTube. We are the Middle-Aged Guys, and we're going to play a little bit of catch-up here, and we're going to give you our response or our thoughts on the Marvel Studios official Avengers Infinity War trailer that was released out earlier this week on the 29th of November, 2017. Let me get the introductions out of the way. I'm the Reverend.
The Theme here.
And I'm Grey Mouse 1.
It's taken 17 movies, okay, and close to a decade of setting this up, all right, of which the trailer was dropped on Tuesday, and the world pretty much went on its ear. Reactions have been pretty much through the roof. The number of views for the Marvel Studios Avengers Infinity War official trailer on Marvel Entertainment's YouTube channel right now, me looking at it, is sitting at a count of 79,791,717 views. And if I were to hit refresh, it'll probably go up by a few thousand. All right. It quickly broke the records as far as the most viewed trailer on YouTube. And guess what? A lot of people are looking forward to this, and we're about to see why. So if you are one of the folks who haven't seen this yet and you have it queued up,
Really?
On this particular one, yeah, with 79 million views, I doubt that, you know, if you're connected to the internet and you're on YouTube, that you haven't seen it. But if you want to go ahead and follow along with our particular reactions, we're going to go ahead and we're going to watch the trailer right now. Some of us, none of this, we've all seen it already, but we're going to go ahead and give our reactions as we follow along. And then we'll go into a deeper breakdown right afterwards, okay? So, if you got it queued up on 3, gentlemen, 3, 2, and 1, go play. And we got the outside of the planet.
Yeah, I'm like, what planet was that?
A group of remarkable people.
Hey,
to see if
Dr.
we
Strange
could become something more.
Ooh, Vision and Scarlet Witch.
Yep. Vision in human form.
We could fight the battles
that they never could.
My man is back.
Yeah. And she's a blonde now. Marvel Studios!
In time, you will know what it's like to lose. To feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail all the same.
Spidey senses are tingling.
Dread it.
I think he would have saw that without the spider sense, though.
Run from it.
Yeah. It seems big enough. Ooh, really now?
Hey, how come you didn't get teleported? People say that Thanos reminds them of Stone Cold Steve Austin. They say he kind of looks like a warlord from Power of Shield.
I think he kind of looks like Devo myself.
You notice the costume that Spider-Man had on?
Yep.
That was at the end of Homecoming when he started.
Yep.
Fun isn't something one considers when balanced.
And that's when Spider-Man dies. That's when Vision dies.
Yep.
Does put a smile on my face.
And Chris Tucker just screamed, "You got knocked the fuck out!"
I mean, Captain America.
No shield.
No shield. No nothing.
And theme song.
Who the hell are you guys?
Hello.
There was only one thing that upset me about ending the trailer like that.
Well, hold that thought. Let me go ahead and let me transition the scene off. Let's go ahead and let's get into. All right. Okay. Now that we've went ahead and we've seen the trailer on film, everybody together. Yeah. What was your thoughts there, Theme, on that?
There was only one thing that kind of like, I was like, damn it, they missed an opportunity there when they ended that trailer. When Thor says, "Who the hell are you guys?" We should have heard, "I am Groot." That's pretty much it from that standpoint. But oh well. I just think it was a missed opportunity.
First impression, I'll say it right now. As the young kids say, that trailer was fire. Okay? And I'm not speaking facetiously. That right there is, you can only get away with something like that when you've done, what is it? The whole, what is it? You can only get away with that when you've done 10 movies and what is it? 17 movies and over 10 years of films. All right.
So what? Justice League didn't get away with that?
Well, let's get that out of the way right now because that's inevitable. Okay, but I don't think we have to sit there and spend a lot of time with it. All right. So why hasn't DC been able to do anything like this or even scratch the surface of something like this? The simple short answer is because guess what? They didn't put the work in. All right.
Make a movie, reset. Didn't do well, reset. Superman Returns, Green Lantern, reset. Batman was still doing his own thing, reset. Yeah. And you know, if you've seen the review that Grandmouse and I went ahead and we put out of Justice League, I'm not of the sentiment that they have to sit there and wipe the slate clean anymore. I think they're at a good place where if they just followed their own pace and concentrated on making good movies that people cared about, they would do really well and they can work towards something like this. Okay. May 2018 cannot come soon enough. And when it comes around, Marvel in Disney Studios is poised to make a shitload of money. It's funny because there's going to be Black Panther before that.
Mm-hmm.
That's most likely going to be a part of this story. So,
yeah.
And I have a couple of theories about that. But Grey Mouse, you've been awfully quiet. First impressions when you first saw the trailer? And what's the things that you noticed about this?
There's a lot to take in with that little 3-minute trailer.
Heroes, and heroes everywhere.
To start it off, there's no doubt that Black Panther has the soul gem. He has to have that. There's no other way. This is the last movie before the big mashup. He's got to have the soul gem. Just get that out of the way. And it's probably locked in one of the vaults down, you know. So definitely, I think he has the soul gem. How else is he supposed to be able to communicate with the Panthers? I'm just saying.
You know, that, and I agree with that theory, but there's one part about that will freaking annoy me. That and it goes like this. You're telling me that 5 of these Infinity Stones at one point were on Earth at the exact same time. There is only one that hasn't reached Earth, and that's the power gem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the ether.
No, the ether was on Earth.
Yeah. It was on Earth for a very short moment in time.
Very short.
Yeah, when it was still in Jane Foster's body. Yeah, it was on Earth. Yeah. So
but that still counts. There were 2 of them were in the same freaking movie at the same freaking... Yeah. That's the only thing that kind of annoys me here. It's like, because the scepter, Loki scepter, and the Tesseract, they had Infinity Stones in them. So I'm so you're telling me that 5 of these things were on Earth at one point at the exact same time?
Yep. Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, I can kind of see where, you know, finally, what's at the end of Guardians 2 that Thanos sits there and he goes, I guess I'm just going to get them all myself because, you know, I keep on sending people out to go ahead and gather these things. Or was it the end of Guardians 1? I think it was the end of Guardians.
No, that was at the end of the Age of Ultron.
Oh, Age of Ultron, yeah. End of Age of Ultron. And he's like, I might as well get these all myself because guess what? We were all in really close proximity with each other. But Yeah, this
not just in the same galaxy. Most of them are on the same planet.
Yeah, and the thing about this too is that one of the things that we have to sit there and we have to consider is that this is going to mean a lot of things for the Marvel universe. Not only for the fact that it's a culmination, like you said, by the time it comes out, it's going to be the 19th movie in the MCU, and over 10 years of setup for all of this stuff. But also there are a lot of really expensive film contracts that are going to be coming to an end, once all of this wraps up. General consensus all around the board is that, yes, it's going to take a lot of heroes just to go ahead and survive a meeting with Thanos, all right? Not many of those heroes are actually going to walk away alive.
No, they're not.
I mean, there's generally speaking, I mean, I think there are a few that I think that are more likely to die and others that are less likely to die. Folks who are more likely to die, probably Iron Man and Captain America. I'd say more likely to die. Some of the other members of the Avengers that don't have their own dedicated movies, like Hawkeye, possibly. I don't think Black Widow is going to bite it, considering that, aside from her, there's only Scarlet Witch and then Captain Marvel coming up as far as, female superheroes that are forefront to everything. Thor is kind of up in the air. All right. With the Guardians themselves, I'm pretty sure Drax has the highest chance of biting it. Mm-hmm. I think Doctor Strange is safe. Ant-Man is safe because they've still got more movies to go ahead and do. Black mm-hmm. Panther is safe, so he's got those guys have all have plot armor. But yeah, the fact that we have what is it? War Machine, Falcon, and Black Panther all showing up for the same battle. I don't want to say it this way, but you've got too many brothers in one space. One of them is going to die. And I know this is a horror movie from the 80s, but there are certain rules that still apply. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
Yeah.
But wait, Spider-Man, he could perhaps die because we've seen Thanos get him down and hold him down. He may die and then go make more pictures for Sony.
Well, he's got plot armor because he's still got one more. He's got one more Marvel picture, and he's slated for, I think, after Infinity War, I think one or two other Marvel pictures outside of the second Spider-Man sequel.
But it should be well known that this is the first of two movies. They're not calling it Infinity War Part 1 and 2 anymore, but this is one of the first. This is the first of two Avengers movies that's going to cover all of this.
Yeah.
Because this is, in my opinion, this is the movie where Thanos gets the freaking stones. The next movie is when they're going to, avenge the people that die and get them off of this fucker. Yeah. Because
I have to agree with you on that. Even the director's already said that this movie is basically Thanos's plan, or his whole thing is to get the stones.
Well,
so yeah. I actually think that we'll probably be let down at the end, as in for the big payoff. I think it's going to probably, this movie's about Thanos getting the stones and putting it together, to gather it together to get it on the gauntlet. The next movie is getting the gauntlet away from Thanos.
Yeah.
And this way, I mean, there's still going to be battles in between, when Thanos goes to conquer these worlds to get these damn, these gems or stones.
Yep. And it's one of those things where I'm pretty sure that this particular one is going to probably end. It's going to be less Star Wars, more Empire Strikes Back by the end of this one. All right, where if anything, they're gonna make it so that guess what, the stakes have to be really high, and the only way that they're going to do that, okay, is that just from a real easy writing perspective, is that motherfuckers got to die. And that's just the easiest way to do it. It's funny that they sit there, they have Thanos walking around, basically porting into the planet and everything. He's not in his armor, all right. Well, he doesn't have the helmet on. He's got the gauntlet on, but doesn't have his armor on, the rest of his armor on, or anything like that. He's not yelling at anybody. He's not threatening anybody.
He's just fighting right now.
Yeah, and he is just walking around like, yeah, I've got the biggest dick in the universe right now. None of y'all can touch me. And the guy who gets close enough, all the heroes that they show get close enough to actually touch him, he's touching them first. And he's putting them down.
Well, if you notice, during that trailer, that the two gems were already on the gauntlet. We saw we saw the power gem on there, and we also saw the soul gem going to the gauntlet.
Space or mind?
I meant to say space. Yeah, because obviously Loki gives them the Tesseract.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he has two of the six. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is he actually going to go get the ether from the collector?
I don't know how that's going to happen. I mean, it's obvious that he ripped the mind gem out of Vision.
Well, actually, that was someone else doing that. That wasn't Thanos himself.
No. I know. It was Thanos's Black Order. What's his name?
One of the Black Orders has got it.
I think it's Corvus Glaive, his general, with his little But so what's weird is I don't know if they showed too much in that, being that that after the fact that they pulled that gem from Vision, because he looked really human in some of those shots. So I was wondering, did they retrofit him with a sun gem, which is what Vision has,
right?
Yeah,
in the comics. But we see him on the ground getting that mind gem ripped out of his skull.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that. So did they show too much there?
Nope. Because again, we know that was going to happen.
Yeah, that was going to happen. The thing was,
wait, what? They're going to have Thanos not complete the gauntlet? No, they didn't show too much.
We said that at the very beginning that Vision's going to die, and
as soon as they put the thing on there, as soon as he was created, we were like, we already know where you're going within the next 3 movies or so. You're going to die. You're going to pass away.
Yep.
And also, I don't know if you guys caught this, but Captain America seems to still be in his black uniform. He ain't in the Star-Spangled uniform no more. So is he still on the run?
Yeah.
Wait, look at the heroes that were together in that last scene.
Yeah.
Both of them, besides War Machine, who's there.
Correct. Falcon. The Hulk was
One of them's gonna die.
Was there.
One of them's gonna die.
But you notice you didn't see Iron Man and Captain America in the same scene together. Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. And the thing is that neither did they sit there. Look, they pretty much went ahead and they recapped. Oh yeah, by the way, these are all the heroes that we've showed off so far. Well, at least the majority of the heroes that we've showed off so far. All right. The Guardians showed up in the end of everything, but they didn't show them all in the same room or in the same space, which is going to be a hell of a limited edition poster when they go ahead and they do that.
That's going to be kind of terrible, because that's not even ever going to happen where all these people are going to be there at the same time, because some of them are going to die.
Yeah.
Well, see, I think there's gonna be a 3-front thing. I think what's going to happen is, obviously they have it in what's the home country of Black Panther?
Wakanda.
That's going to be a front, and I think it's going to be a cosmic front with Thor and the Guardians of the Galaxies.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, I think the other front is going to be New York City. That's obvious, New York City. So I think it's going to be I mean, I think the Hulk fell through the Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange's,
I forgot the name. The Sanctuary.
Yeah, Sanctum Sanctorum.
Sanctorium. Yeah. So those guys. So I think it's going to be fought on 3 fronts, and then also, I mean, it's interesting. I mean, as Thanos, who would you go? What gem would you go after first? Obviously, he had the power and the space gem on his. So obviously, he went to get the power gem first. So where is the power gem right now?
It's on Xandar, so he's gonna be wrecking shop over there.
Exactly.
In the Nova Corps, and that's
exactly. They're done.
Yeah,
pretty much.
They're done.
And if you notice, one of the Black Orders was attacking Captain America in that trailer.
That was Proxima. Who is it? Proxima. I forgot her name. Hang on, I got it.
Mm-hmm. Proxima
Midnight. Yeah, she's the one with the spear.
Yeah, and she threw it at Captain America, and he caught it. So
there's a lot going on. Spider-Man has this.
I mean, one of the last things I will point out before I forget is that it's going to be sad to see certain heroes die and miss the whole point where Captain America himself will return into his spangly outfit with his shield when Iron Man throws it to him and he says, "Avengers assemble."
Yeah, they do need to put the assemble in there.
Yeah, when that finally happens.
They have to.
Is it going to happen in this movie or the next movie?
Well, see, one thing, too, is what I'm concerned about is how do you kill a god? I mean, Thor's considered a god.
So, him and Loki was getting hurt.
True.
I think the one thing that
I mean, does Loki die too? I mean, just because Loki fulfilled his promise to Thanos at the beginning of the Avengers, he gave him the Tesseract, but is Loki going to die?
He could get killed there. We didn't see him as far as fighting any other Avengers or good guys.
That's what I'm saying.
If they go ahead and they do a redemption story arc with Loki, he's going to die. All right, pretty much he's going to. If there's any sort of redemption story arc with Loki happening where it's like, oh, hey, look, he's finally doing something to show that, oh, all right, hey, maybe he's reflected on the fact that, yeah, he's, giving Thanos the Tesseract was a pretty shitty thing. And, part of the universe died as a result. Maybe he goes ahead and he does something to redeem himself later. But pretty much with that, if there is any sort of redemption that comes out of that, for a villain of Loki's nature, the only thing that's going to redeem him is that if he ends up giving his life to a noble cause at the end. All right.
So did you notice?
Yeah, on the high part, he's probably going to die too.
Did you guys notice on the battle with the Black Panther that those groups? You notice there's a couple new characters in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? How do you say his name? Momaku, or the Ape Man, one of the generals or one of the tribal leaders that's actually against Black Panther, but this time he's going to join forces, obviously because of all Thanos's what's his name army is attacking. The Outlanders are attacking their country. So
yeah,
I mean they have to act. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. It's one of those things, again, like I said at the very beginning of this particular review, and I know we're getting very long in the tooth here. I mean, this was only a 2.5-minute trailer, right? One of the reasons why this is so effective and we're able to go ahead and pull all of this from this is not because we're comic book geeks, all right? It's the fact that, like I said, when everything is all said and done, come May 2018, this is the 19th movie in this Marvel Cinematic Universe, okay? Over a decade of work, all right? And crafting and planning, to go ahead and actually culminate into this particular event movie and all of that. The type of things that people go ahead and complain about and that, about Marvel following a formula, being too strict or not having enough stakes or stuff like that. Guess what? They have to be able to follow that formula, and they have to be able to build a proper foundation in order Shit. Look, they're getting 80 million fucking views just on a 2.5-minute trailer. All right, that's just counting the Marvel Entertainment Channel alone on YouTube.
Right.
You go ahead, you combine the other fucking channels that have that fucking trailer, it's easily over 100 million fucking views. All right, easily.
Check this out. I've had. Let me play devil's advocate here. What if the one that actually defeats Thanos is Stan Lee himself?
I would, you know what? I was thinking that I wouldn't feel very bad at all if they introduced Squirrel Girl and she actually ends up defeating Thanos because she did in the comic books. So, just saying. Just saying.
To add on to what you were saying earlier, and speak for yourself, by the way, about being a comic geek there, buddy, because I for sure am a comic book geek. So that adds on to what I was going to say. The beauty thing about what Marvel's done for the last 10 years, the last decade, is this, that people who are fans of the comics and who have grown up with the comics, reading the comics, can watch this movie and understand what's going on. Also, those who have no idea who Captain America was or Iron Man was back when they first released Iron Man 1,
2008, yeah.
2008 can still enjoy all these movies because it was done so well that whether you're in the know, a comic book geek or not, you could still enjoy the entire story arc of this of all of these 19 movies.
Here's another thing. It would have been way more than 19. It probably would have been up to 25 if they would have had X-Men and Fantastic Four under their control.
Yeah, yeah.
Or if they had Spider-Man earlier. If you really think about that, they could have easily from 25 to 30 movies if they had control all over all of Marvel's actual characters and stuff. Not having the mutants, the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, not having all of that kind of sped things up.
Yeah.
So to speak.
And the thing is that given the type of landscape that the industry is working with, and given the amount of material that they had to go ahead and work with and actually produce and put together in front of people, especially in order to go ahead and make this a property that mainstream audiences can not only can accept and grasp a hold of, but also follow and dedicate themselves to. You start adding on those other IPs on top of it, and you start spreading your people's attention really, really thin, really thin. And I mean,
like we said from the get-go, man, from day one back in 2008, the guys who sat in that room and thought out 10 years in advance with these movies, just pure genius. I mean, Disney has made so much money off of this now. It's just, if you combine it all, it's amazing. And
it's funny because this was actually before Marvel was bought out by Disney.
Yeah. Well, this is probably the reason why Disney decided to go ahead and buy Marvel, because they were like, hey, look, if these guys are getting it right, okay, and they haven't even hit the first Avengers movie, if we go ahead and we pick these guys up now and continue to let them craft stories that tie into each other masterfully, they're like, we literally have on lock every young boy, every young girl, every fantasy fan, every comic book fan from now until fucking eternity. All right, for the next century. And we don't even have to come up with anything new. We just have to pull from the well that's already there.
Yeah.
And what's really funny is I hope after all this is said and done that they have like a master set of movie as a collection.
I'm not paying $500 for that.
You'd be surprised who would.
Let's see. Wait, no, hold on here. All right, let me do something here really quick, because we got what? By the time this hits, this is 19 movies, right? So we got 19 movies, and let's say the collector's editions are a full 2 hours and 20 minutes. All right, so that's 140 minutes, right? So that is 2,660 minutes altogether of movies. Okay, or 44.33 hours of movies. Now imagine
that's a full work week.
Imagine the marathon, event. And you know some theater out there is going to be stupid enough to try this, all right? Yeah. They're going to do this, all right?
That would take,
marathon event. Iron Man 1 all the way up to fucking,
Infinity War. Work week, man. A full work week.
I remember when they did this, something like this with the Saw movies.
They did it with the first Avengers.
Yeah,
and that was like only 8 movies that they had to deal with, or something like that.
That was like, that was cut in half.
No, actually, this year at the time that was only like 5 movies that they had to deal with, and it was like a 12-hour event when they did the Avengers, the marathon for Avengers.
Yeah, because it was Iron Man's 1 and 2, Incredible Hulk, Thor, and Captain America.
Yep, and then the first Avengers. So
the first Avengers.
But this right here, shit. You know, Disney is going to do something with this. They're going to set up like Marvel, an MCU vacation, right? Where they're going to have like, they're going to sell like 1-week packages for people to go ahead and just come to like either one of the hotels or go on a fucking cruise where everything is centered around, all right, we're just going to be watching these fucking movies from the first, from Iron Man all the way up until Infinity War.
MCU vacation.
Well, to get back to the trailer real quick, I'm very because we went way. I'm very interested in. You notice that Tony Stark has a new armor too, right?
Yeah.
Gas reactor.
Yeah, he always has new armor though for all
and
the
also,
movies, so.
who do you think?
6.
Who do you think is in that Hulkbuster armor?
The Hulk.
I agree. I agree 100%. It is not Tony Stark. Just the way he moves, and the fact that one of the scenes has Bruce Banner fiddling with one of those one of his arms. So my theory on that is that after Thor Ragnarok, I'm not trying to give anything away, there's some issues with the Hulk now. So I'm thinking that he can't Hulk out anymore.
Well, but you actually saw at the end of the trailer, Hulk was running. So.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying at the beginning because he was a Hulk for 2 years, man.
Yeah.
So I think Bruce Banner's like, I don't know if I want to turn into a green guy. I don't think I can come back afterward. So I'm surprised you picked up on that thing. Awesome, because I noticed the way he was. I was like, wait a minute, that's not Tony Stark.
Yeah, because.
Yeah,
it's Tony Stark was cuddling on to somebody that they were really cover up. I think that was Spider-Man.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Black Widow, I think.
Yeah. We'll see what's going on.
She's running with everybody else. Wait, was she?
Or could it be Pepper? I don't know why she'd be out there.
Pepper dies.
No, I'm just saying we don't know what circuit. It looked like he was in a building.
Middle finger to the max. What?
We don't know what.
She has the soul gem.
That's. I don't know. I mean, it could be Pepper. I'm just saying.
Pepper has the soul gem.
Well, that's all postulation that we can.
The Winter Soldier's there. His arm is rebuilt.
Yep. There's a lot of new people in there. I was like, Winter Soldier's back.
Yeah, the Winter Soldier was there.
War Machine is back, so I guess old boy finally got to walk again.
Less than 3 minutes, guys. Less than 3 minutes. All right.
After Civil War.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, no, there were 3 brothers on the screen before. It was in Civil War.
Yep.
Yeah. And one of them ended up near paralyzed. All right.
Yeah, but at least he didn't.
There was no
die.
The thing too, there was no Hawk, or there's no freaking Hawkeye or Ant-Man.
Right.
I don't know. Ant-Man could have been in that other scene with everybody running. You just couldn't see him.
Yeah, and this is all stuff we could have brought up like 20 minutes ago. Unfortunately, we got less than 2 minutes left on this particular one.
Thing, man.
All right.
But it was all worth mentioning.
Yeah.
And that's why I said, see?
Yeah.
Oh, John. Knew it.
Yep.
Knew it.
All right. But I'm pretty sure we're going to have more trailers coming up for us to go ahead and break down like we did with this particular one, whether or not we spend 40 minutes on it or not. We definitely like to know what you thought about it. Pretty sure if you're watching this on YouTube, you've probably already seen it. Tell us what you think by leaving us a comment below. If you're so kind, hit on that like button, or if you think we're full of shit, go ahead and hit on like. That tells us, something also. And if you really like our breakdowns and our reviews and all of our thoughts of whatever we put out here for all of our geeky views and whatnot, I do suggest that you hit subscribe and turn on those notifications so you'll see whenever we drop out new videos, whether it's just one of us by ourselves or everybody else with the middle-aged guys. All right? With that, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Our response, or actually our reaction to the official Marvel Universe Avengers Infinity War trailer right here. I'm the Reverend.
The Theme here.
And I'm Gray Mouse 1.
All forms of entertainment has a right to exist even if you don't like it. Is there someone that doesn't like this? Maybe it was the Justice League that gave all those downvotes in the video of YouTube. Who knows? Credits.
Justice League doesn't have that many members.
Or fans.
Oh.
Wow.
Shots fired.